without even realizing it. You're investing right now. My question is, are you getting a desired return?
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are excited to welcome you to another episode of Life's Inside Track. I'm Yetta Dekker.
And I'm Ken Dekker.
And it's where we get to share techniques, thoughts, tips, tools, and truths that we all deserve. You, I, everyone. So we can turn our house into home, our families thrive, and we build wealth wisely through real estate.
It was interesting when you said, what are you investing in right now? I thought, you know what? They're investing in themselves because they're listening to Life's Inside Track.
That's an investment.
It is an investment. They're making an investment, and hopefully they're getting the return that they're expecting because of what we're bringing as far as content.
Well, maybe even better than the return that they're expecting.
Hopefully,
maybe there's an exponential return that's happening.
Mm-hmm. And if you want a super high return, go on our website, dekkerteam.com, and click on the appointment button for a clarity call.
15 minutes.
For free.
For free. Probably a little more with me, maybe not. Just budget a few extra minutes, but we can always reschedule. Sometimes what we discover during the clarity call is that what's required is a full consultation. Mm-hmm. Some consultations are for a fee and some consultations are free depending on the situation somebody finds themselves in, right? And what they're up to next.
Yeah, so that's an investment, right? Just taking that action is an investment in yourself. And we're investing all the time. It's just whether we're investing in something that is increasing our net worth, whether it be financial or our net worth is in our knowledge and our wisdom, or we could be just wasting our time.
Right. Even investing relationally. Like it all, we say this.
We're not wasting our time when we invest relationally.
Well, unless we're having an argument, then maybe we are wasting our time, but we're still investing.
I guess we have spent some time doing that.
Right. We're still investing energy. Mm-hmm. We're still investing time. And in fact, sometimes money. So I think the whole point is just to start to look at investing through a different lens.
Yes.
And the lens that and we say this every episode and every segment, I think, it all fits together. And ultimately, we want to see you make great financial decisions, which are tied to all the other rates of return. So all of October, we're spending time on leverage and levers. And what are the levers? Putting, your money into the right products. Putting your money in the right places is part of getting decent leverage, getting a good lever working for you. I love it when you explain lever with the fulcrum and all of that. Do that. I think it makes sense because that's the underpinning of this entire month's dialogue.
Okay. Well, a lever or a leverage is simply the length of the piece that you're using to move something. For instance, if you hold a weight, let's say you're holding 2 pounds and you hold it in your hand right in front of you. You can't see this on the radio, but I have it right in front of my chest.
If you're watching YouTube, you can.
Yeah. Then if I move it out
arm's
12
length.
inches, right? It's harder to hold up. If I move it out so my arm and shoulder are directly straight, the lever is longer and it's much harder to keep it up, right? Now, on the other hand, if I want to move a boulder, I can put a long 2x4 and put a rock up as a fulcrum to push on, right? And if the lever is longer here, I can lift a lot more weight than I could as long as the 2x4 doesn't break. I can lift a lot more weight. And that's what we're talking about is the levers this month that improve your return on investment for whether it's your health or your relationships or financially or your real estate investments, whatever it is. What levers or levers can we use? So we're using the same investment time, the same investment money, but we're getting twofold, threefold, tenfold returns on that investment. That's what we're talking about when we're talking leverage.
Yeah, and you might want to go back to the first episode in October where we talked about leveraging the money that the government's already put aside for you. Especially if you're a first-time buyer, even if you're not a first-time buyer, even if you're a homeowner in your home, there is money sitting there waiting for you to claim for the right things, obviously. So that is leveraging what the government is providing.
Right. And leverage can work for you or against you. Like I was saying, like you're holding that weight out far. Well, think of that as the consumer debt for the couch you bought and you're now paying 18% on your Visa, right? That's negative leverage. That's pulling you down. That's weighing you down mentally, physically, financially. Whereas if you go the other way and you borrow money, say, against your house to buy a second property that's going up in value, now you're multiplying your return.
And not only going up in value, where it's actually you're making income while it's going up in value.
And the mortgage is being paid down. So you've got multiple factors happening.
There's
levers.
33 at least.
Yes. And then there's the tax advantages as well. So when we're talking about building wealth wisely, we're talking a complete package where you're using the levers of tax advantages by using sheltered money in different ways and using, like we said in the first show, some of the government programs. Those are levers that you can use to get in the market sooner, quicker, better.
Right. And the levers of even decent sleep and decent movement and decent water consumption, like those are actually strangely financial levers. That was the second show in October, the second episode for October. A, B, and C. We do 3 segments and 1 show every single week. That's part of your financial picture. And then now what we want to start looking at is when it comes to wealth itself. Where are we investing? How do we actually get the leverage side of things to serve us? Because, spoiler alert, because we're going to talk about this in segment B and C, so I might as well put it out there. There's $2.2 trillion that Canadians have sitting in their houses that isn't serving them.
Yeah, some of it has to stay there, but a lot of it could be leveraged.
Could be accessed. Right, that could be accessed for growing wealth. And we're not talking risky. Again, you just have to listen to enough of our shows to know that we're not talking high risk, high crazy. We're talking safe, wise. That's why we keep using the word wisely. We wish we could come up with a better word, but we don't know what it is yet. So right now it's just wise investing means not over leveraged, but also not under leveraged, because then you're wasting what is yours to use.
According to FP Canada in 2025, 42% of Canadians say that money is a big stressor, the number one stressor. Now, what's interesting is most people spend more time planning their vacations than planning their investments.
We want you to start planning your investments. So book your free clarity call if you haven't already done it. Dekkerteam.com. Like, I can't emphasize it enough.
Right. And so if we're already investing every day, let's explore in the next segment how to direct those investments into areas that multiply your results. And we're glad that you're joining us on Life's Inside Track, because as we discuss these things, we know that you'll build wealth wisely, and it's about much more than just money.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward